EastEnders fans horrified as Ruby Allen lures her rapist to her flat to take revenge. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. The gangster's daughter took matters into her own hands during tonight's episode of the hit BBC soap. EastEnders fans were left horrified as Ruby Allen made plans to lure her rapist to her flat so she can take revenge. The gangster and X27's daughter took matters into her own hands during tonight and X27's episode of the hit BBC soap, sending the sex offender a message on a dating app while pretending to be someone else. And viewers at home couldn't and X27's believe that Ruby would do such a thing, taking to Twitter to make their feelings known. One wrote, "Ruby, what are you doing? This ain't it, EastEnders." Another wrote, "Oh Ruby, what are you doing?" After being knocked back by Jay Brown and given a reality check by Phil Mitchell, Ruby drowned her sorrows in the victory. But by the time she's dropped home by her worried friend Stacey Fowler, Ruby, played by Louisa Litton, hatched a plan to lure Ross back to Walford and prove what kind of a man he is. On Thursday in X27's episode, as Ruby prepares for her plan, Ross and Matt will both arrive on the square. Ross is confused by her behavior, but when she tells him she wants to make him an offer, Ross is all ears. Ruby was assaulted by Ross and Matt last year after a drunken night out at the E20 went disastrously wrong. She'd gone back to their flat and willingly slept with Ross. But after passing it, Ruby was in turmoil about the night before. Stacey pointed out that if she hadn't given consent, then it meant she'd been raped. EastEnders fans were recently shocked when Ruby got a blast from the past and was accused of sexual harassment by a guy who worked for her. After reporting her to the police, he confessed he'd only slept with her because she made him feel like he'd lose his job if he didn't. Viewers were sickened when Ruby tracked down Blake and told him to get a grip before apologizing for her actions, saying she had no idea how she'd made him feel. He told her, "We both know I am not lying." It in X27, Ruby told him to get a grip and insisted their sleeping together was consensual, but in fact it was anything but. "You were my boss," he told her as Shirley Carter listened in. Dawn in X27. You remember the office Christmas party? The way you came on, I wasn't in X27. Laughing. "You kept touching me," he added. "I know I wasn't in X27. Great at the job, and that in X27. Why I had to go along with your advances and make myself have sex with you." She followed him to the station and demanded he tell her that her rapists weren't in X27 involved and to know who put him up to it. He told her, "You have to know, someone did put me up to it, my girlfriend. She was the one who," she in X27. Right, I have to face up what happened and you in X27. Be got to be made to realize that you can in X27 get away with it. An upset Ruby told him, "I in X27. Am sorry, I in X27. Am so sorry, I had no idea. I in X27. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 020778242220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.